This is Gary Atensi with CNTV, and today we're in Louisville, Colorado. We are at the original Jonas Brothers Taxidermy Studios. Since 2001, they have a beautiful facility here, but quite honestly, since early as back in 1908, the original Jonas Brothers started all of this. When they first started the company, what got these brothers involved in taxidermy?
They came from overseas, and when they actually started making mannequins, making their own form, the whole process started pretty much doing all the taxidermy work for around the world, whether it was from Africa, Alaska, wherever. And they were having to make, they were really the pilots of the industry. They started it all. As they started making all their own forms, they were doing it like basically from the bones and seltzer wraps and wrapping bodies and stuff like that. And then we moved into like a paper forms. As technology grew, then they started getting a lot of people that were interested in taxidermy. So then they started manufacturing, forms and everything else as well.
We're talking about guys, they pioneered a lot of these methods that probably a lot of people are using today. Are some of these methods still used that they incorporated way back then?
Absolutely. I mean, it was cutting edge technology back in 1908 when they started. It's still the innovators today.
Wonderful. Let me ask you, as far as taxidermy out there, for a lot of the viewers that basically don't even know maybe why it's done, what is it that makes a person want to put up that treasure and trophy on the wall?
Basically, it preserves art and nature in itself. It's a good reflection of the beauty of the animal. I mean, it isn't just a matter of hunting, but it's a matter of going for a masterpiece, a great animal, a great trophy. It's a respectable thing, and it's done in a respectable manner. That's the most important thing that we strive for.
I got to tell you, sitting here in the gallery, you've got some beautiful work around me here. A lot of people would think that it really starts here when it comes through your door and you guys get started, but you actually are the professionals. You take them before they even head out to the field, making sure they have the proper labels, making sure the preparation on that end is very important. How important is it they prepare this for you before you actually get to work?
It's very important, especially if you're hunting, around the world. You have people that hunt Africa, South America, Alaska, anywhere around the world. They start usually about 6 or 8 months before they actually go on the hunt. They prepare, they book their hunt. Once they book their hunt, then they're pretty much getting shipping tags with their name and our name on it. We are a designated port. We can receive anything around the world, clear it right here in our facility here in Louisville, Colorado. Jonas Brothers is equipped to handle every need, whether it's coming from any country or we're shipping out to any country. We make it very simple.
Well, you guys have streamlined it, made it very easy for everyone. It looks to me there's a lot of investment on the front end when somebody decides to go on a venture, the dream of actually going out and doing that. What you guys really do is you preserve that memory for them, and not in just a photograph, but we're talking a 3D rendering.
Absolutely. Just like some of the dioramas sitting here in front of us and some of the ones behind us. Like the second leopard behind us, the lady was with her husband and they went on a hunt. They're Colorado people. And they went on this hunt and she took a picture of a leopard in a tree and she says, I want my leopard mounted just like this. She's a photographer and, they do photo safaris too. And so they really both enjoy both ends of it. He enjoys the hunting, she enjoys the photo safaring. So that's where the two worlds actually can come together.
Speaking of the facility here, like you said, you're an approved facility that you can get this type of deal shipped to you here. How many square feet are we looking at here?
We're 67,000 square feet.
Let's start off with the process out there. Once it comes in, obviously a lot of preparation on the front end. And by the way, folks, the website at the bottom of the screen, you'll get some tips there on where to send it to, the address, and a lot of the tips on what they need to do on their end. Make sure that it's fresh and that it comes through your doors ready to go. Tell me kind of an overview of what happens once it comes through the door.
When they're hunting, they skin them out, they flesh them, they salt them. Most of the stuff comes in dry salted. So whether it's in states, if it's out of states, it comes in dry salted. And then we have a federal fish and game, they come in and they check it. And the state veterinarian, they come in and check it. And as long as all the permits and paperwork, because you have to have permits from the country that you hunt and permits from this country that allows you to hunt it and allows you to bring it into this country. All the permits line up, all the paperwork's there, which usually it always is. All these guys are really good at what they do. After it's all cleared, then we get the instructions from the client, and once the client says, hey, these are the instructions that I want, this is how I want it done, from that point on, we start the tanning process, get it tanned, and it's returned back to the client in 6 months.
We're talking about quite a bit happening there in the 6 months that goes by. But bottom line for you, to make sure they get that trophy back to their home and basically able to share it with everyone.
Yeah, we take a lot of pride in what we do. And that's what it's about. I want to make sure that the clients, the customers, and the people out there, they get what they pay for. Whether it takes me going to their house, creating something, making a diorama, we have to fly to somebody's house or drive over there or deliver it. We got special transportation. We can cater to anybody's needs to do it, and we take it to the next level.
Wonderful. And if you'll notice, they're also on the website, folks. The website's at the bottom of the screen. You can check out the gallery that they have there, because they pretty much take a photo of every single piece of work that comes through here, because quite honestly, a lot of your artisans that are there, these things probably become part of your family.
Oh, they do. Some of them become family heirlooms. It's something that people really invest a lot of time and a lot of effort into it. And it's tougher than it really sounds, but the guys that go out and do it, they enjoy it and they love it.
Yeah, absolutely. It really is an art. There's no doubt about it. I mean, taxidermy, the definition there for the viewers is taxi is moving, dermy is the moving of the skin. I mean, quite honestly, these guys have to be artisans that are working in that back room.
We go strictly by reference material, reference photos. Some guys, they had the ability to raise some wild animals and to be able to put their hands on them on a day-to-day basis. So it's really important to do your homework. You do your reference, you get your materials, and you really make it exactly the way the animal was before you went hunting. It's a tough art, I mean, when you actually look at like some of these trees and some of these stuff, some of these are all artificial, but you really can't tell.
Speaking of, like you said, capturing that moment exactly as that animal was, but you guys even go a step further. You guys can do some repair work as well.
We've done patches on stuff. These guys are good at what they do, and it's very precision work. I mean, they can do a lot with a little.
That is the original Jonas Brothers, folks. Let me tell you, you guys not only do it in-house here, though, but you help other folks as well as far as the chemicals, the tanning. Tell me a little bit about that.
We have our own chemical company where we develop, very environmentally safe, environmentally friendly chemicals where you can tan your own products. Knobloch's chemical company, been developed since 1991. The chemicals and the products that's there is stuff that you can do it yourself, or we also provide product to commercial tanneries. We're actually around the world as far as that goes. So we can do it on a small basis, free technical booklets, free guides. You can get it here. We can ship it anywhere, UPS. Sometimes, it's great to get the kids involved. We have a lot of kids that like to do it, Boy Scouts. It's very safe. It's very easy to do. There's videos, there's books, and we have it all right here. So that, if a person, say maybe they want to just go on a hunt, they need some meat or something like that, but they want to preserve the skin. We encourage preserve everything that you take. That's the main idea back when our forefather says, that we're going to hunt.
Not only honors the hunter, but honors the hunted.
Absolutely. We offer the full line of mannequins, forms, eyes. We got sculptors on full time. They are sculpting up, new forms all the time. Different stuff, action poses, stuff that normally you can't get. We like to do the stuff that's out of the box stuff. There's a lot of taxidermists out there, and there's some good ones out there. There's taxidermists that are very, very qualified to do just fine work too. And so we offer them the abilities to buy the same forms that we use here at Jonas Brothers.
Excellent. Let me ask you, Mark, is there anything out there else you think the viewers would need to know about your great facility here?
With the artists and talent that we have here, we also manufacture for a lot of different other companies. We have different products, and we manufacture our own mannequins or chemicals, but we also manufacture stuff for like sidewalk art projects for cities, councils. Sidewalk art projects is fundraisers sometimes for children's disabilities, sicknesses, illnesses. Sometimes it's just a fundraiser for certain cities if they need certain things. We did some for Longmont. We did one for, I believe, Boulder. We did one for Lafayette. We did a Stegosaurus for him for a guy in Lakewood. The project kind of started. We got a project for bears, and we'll show you some of them. And it's a great thing. We offer a lot of different things. It might strike somebody's interest.
Wonderful. Like you said, for doing it that many years, you guys haven't forgotten where you come from, and so giving back is important.
Absolutely. It's very important. We get projects all the time. Artificial animals. People want us to make reproduction animals. We make all artificial, where it's artificial hair, artificial eyes, artificial form, no animal parts at all. We've done horses for museums. We got some lions. We got some cats. We even build roping dummies.
Folks, as you can see there, if you want the original Jonas Brothers coming in and taking that trophy and putting it up on the wall for you and making sure it's done to your specifications, they're going to take care of you. But honestly, if it's something you want to do yourself, they have a whole different division for that as well. And that website is at the bottom of the screen. So just remember, obviously, those hunters out there or folks that basically capturing a moment in time. The 3D rendering, and they know how important it is to you to walk into your front room, take a look up on the wall, representing, honestly, only what a hunter can really understand.
Once you go down them roads and you cross that path, I mean, it's very unique. The first time you ever step foot in Alaska wilderness, you'll never forget it.
With one of those great treasures on your walls, you're never going to forget that moment. This is Gary Atencio with CNTV. And if you don't know, now you know.